Great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
27-yard line.
First down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw, and that is incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled
touchdown.
in. All right, catch at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devin Funchess, 33 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor? Is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, oh, it'll affect them in a big way.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And on is the punt team now as this one's sent away. taken at about the 16. Wiggles free. And another tackle broken.
And a touchdown. I just got a touchdown.
There he goes, Julian Edelman.
Again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That'll go down as an
84-yard touchdown, Logan.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And now the Patriots are going to line up to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's got his man here. It's Green. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, I got the
And
ball
it's
after
picked
they
up by the
fumbled.
Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
That's good.
Big play there for New England. 44 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tagovailoa's pass intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Caught right side. Tate. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins nothing.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Patriots have it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run it here. This is James White. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down.
CD, this is the 5th time in the last 2 seasons we'll get the chance to see 2 of the league's most bitter rivals face off. And this time, it's with additional playoff stakes and a very public trash talk. That's a thing of the past. It appears as if these 2 teams right now, they're solely focused on surviving and advancing.
Well, it certainly seems that way on the surface, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe below the surface, away from us, these guys aren't exchanging some smack talk privately. You know, they can call each other on the phone. They can text each other. They can do all of those things. So I think the war of words has turned into a Cold War, and not everyone is aware of what the players may be saying to each other privately. But that doesn't matter. What matters today is that these 2 teams are going to get together, and one of them will head home for the next 9 months with a bad taste in their mouth because they were knocked out of the playoffs by a team they can't stand.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. On the draw, here's White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down
by Malik Collins.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0.
Dolphins nothing.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be, he rifles one that's intercepted.
And it's a
Picked
touchdown.
up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside
And
the
it's a
25.
touchdown.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Allen Robinson, 76 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Parker, incomplete.
Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 30.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime. Who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33 yard.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 49 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
And touchdown.
Touchdown, Patriots. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they... And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but now it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another.
You got to watch my latest games, Peyton.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Oh, they're so mad that they have to kick it almost out.
Fielded at the 33. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about the...
And it's intercepted again. And look, it's a touchdown.
Marcus Williams.
How you like that?
Into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Hey, they intercepted mine, and then I intercepted theirs.
I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Bud Dupree gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10. At at their own 23.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not shoot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Now a pass dropped off here for James White.
And got a touchdown.
10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are pouring it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll go underneath here to lead him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, They don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Tua to throw again. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Dolphins 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And they get him down, but not before it's the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? About his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
And now
And
look
touchdown.
at him go. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, 57 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over, and their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And over the middle, this is Parker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
43-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Opting to run again here with White. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On first down, White. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Now a carry for White. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Well, at this point, I think it's safe to say that they have their rival's number.
Yeah, if that wasn't clear based on how the last 4 regular season meetings have gone, now with a playoff win today, we have conclusive proof of that, don't we? What I'm curious about is what this defense will look like next year. Could they end up losing one of their best defensive players in the league to free agency? That's a question for management. The team hopes he'll be around.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew,